Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we are on the PBE to try out SMOLDER, the new AD carry. I'm going to be playing him mid lane this game though. He's a little dragon, and he is a scaling AD carry where he benefits from stacks similar to Nasus and Veigar with their permanently stacking abilities. And he's a scaler, so his early game, in my opinion, from playing one game of him so far, does not really feel that impressive, but he does get to a point where he can really influence teamfights quite a bit. So his passive is the thing that allows him to deal bonus damage on all of his abilities. And how you get the stacks is from your main damage source, which is your Q, which is a point and click, just like Misfortune. And it just shoots a fireball at them. So it's low mana cost, point and click, I just press Q on him, it goes towards him. And that is one of the ways of getting stacks. You Q the enemy, I get one stack. And it also applies on hits, it applies Sheen. So it's a pretty good ability where we're going to go Essence Reaver first item. And then we can also use it on minions. So we can stack it as if we're a Nasus or a Veigar, right? Cooldown's kind of long, so I don't know if we can get another Q off on him, but we can do a little bit of poking. We are an AD carry, so our auto attacks do want to be weaved in all the time. We don't just want to be only focusing on using our Q. But we'll just be stacking this game whenever we can. Our W is like a Kog'Maw E, where it's just a projectile. It doesn't leave down the Void Ooze like Kog'Maw, but it slows everybody that gets hit. And that also gives you one stack per champion hit, but not for like last hitting minions. So the main source of stacks is the Q. Even though your W does give you a stack per champion, it's not really that useful besides the slow. We have pressed the attack because a lot of times you can never really get enough stacks to just one-tap people. That is super uncommon. And he does scale well with some crit because a lot of his abilities deal bonus damage when you build crit. So I recommend probably not building lethality that I know of. Maybe I'm wrong because I've never tried it, but it seems that he's not going to be benefiting crit, or I mean lethality very well, unless you go, you know, Collector. Because Collector gives you lethality and crit, so it's a thought. I'll just be able to kill him here. We used our E as well. Your E is something that targets the lowest champion nearby. God dang it, dude. My wave is so bad. I know that he's going to want to jump on me, but he has no flash, though. I guess I'll just back over here. I think that the wave is like somewhat crashed. Oh my god, you actually made it so I didn't have to stop my base. Wow, Sheen costs more. I didn't realize that. It's because maybe it gives ability haste now? That's a new thing? Alright, well we have the perfect purchase to finish our Sheen, so now when we press Q, we're going to be applying the Sheen proc as well, so it will increase our damage pretty substantially, so it'll be easier to trade. Probably one of the core items will be Essence Reaver on him as the first item, I would imagine, because if you're going to be Q stacking or using your W, Essence Reaver gives you back mana. So if you're not building Essence Reaver early on, you might just run pretty quickly. Not bad trade, not bad trade. Getting cannons and stuff is not special with your stacks. It gives you one stack, so don't think of it as Nasus and Veigar stacking where you get the bonus stacks. Doesn't matter. Just last it whatever you can. And then how the intervals of strength happen is 25. So 25, 125, and 225. Well, you're not dead, really? I have Ghost, so that makes it very easy to like kite him on the way out. I'm surprised that one of my auto attacks didn't kill him there. But now we have AoE on our Q. So it will make it so we can stack more than one stack at a time, as long as we kill it. Probably dead here. Oh my god. I got over the wall with my ability and lived. With your E, your flap flap, you're able to go over terrain for 1.25 seconds. It is super, super short. So this should barely be used unless you're using it as a finisher, like I'm chasing Silas, or to escape. You never want to use it to harass, because if you use it to harass and you get ganked, you have like no options of self-peel. Your self-peel is super bad. Being able to go over walls and also get the movement speed is very, very good. I mean, you can think of it as like a Kaisa E, except for you go over walls. That's how short it is. And then you, of course, attack the closest enemy a certain amount of times, and that's based off of crit. So once again, if you don't build crit on this champion, you're just gonna like ruin some of his abilities to be weaker. That's why it's so important to probably always build that. We'll just Q him, do a little bit of damage. He missed his abilities. And then we have our ability called Mom, where we shoot down. Our Mom comes out, shoots down a fire beam. The center of it deals more damage than the edges. And it goes really long, and it's not telegraphed except for at the beginning. And I think there might be a noise for it, but it's pretty difficult to dodge it, from what I have learned. And it deals pretty good damage too. So right now it deals 300 and something. So he's actually getting within maybe the range that it would kill him if we lay in the center of it. Although it takes a while for it to drop. It is, once again, super long range, so it should be pretty easy for somebody to sidestep it if they're right in front of your face. Probably not really worth using it that way. We can just poke him under tower. Once again, we're just like playing as if we're a misfortune, right? I can use Mom here. Pretty low cooldown also on Mom, right? I thought that it would be longer because it's a huge ability, but 100 seconds is not that bad. Because I feel like it's a game-changing ultimate, and also I feel like this champion is a team fighter more than anything else whatsoever. I don't think that we should be winning lane right now. And in my first game, it definitely didn't feel that strong until you scale up. So just be wary of, if you want to win on this champion, most likely it's going to be a long game, because a lot of the champion benefits from the Q stacks. So our next stack after 25 is 125, pretty long. It makes it so when you hit somebody, there's an explosion behind that shoots out these little balls that deal a little bit of damage. Once again, it's kind of like Misfortune Q bounce. So just think of it that way. When there's people behind your main target, they're going to probably get hit and take damage. And then finally, the last stacks is like an Elder Dragon buff, where when you use your Q, it burns them for true damage. And then if they're below a certain threshold, based off of how many stacks you have, they just get executed and die. So think of it as like Elder Dragon. No way that didn't get. Really? I mean, I don't really think that I can do anything here. I mean, he's hitting me with everything. I guess I'll flash. When you use Mom, if you sit inside of the fire, you heal yourself for a very tiny amount. So that's what I'm trying to do here. With that ultimate, I stood inside of it to get back a little bit of HP. The HP scaling has no AD ratios on it, so when you do that, remember that you will... Oh, probably dead here. I don't think that there's a way out. I did a little bit of damage back, but I wasn't able to finish her. Oh, Zach. Oh my god, he hit her clone. That's funny. So not bad. We're getting closer to our second spike with the stuff. Team's doing pretty good. Top lane's not really having the best of times, but it's not AD LeBlanc, so I think it's kind of chill. Plus, maybe we'll build a lot of magic resist this game. Maybe a Maw. I think Maw sounds really good on this champion, because we're going to have high AD, so we can get a big shield. I don't think Wit's End is very good because even though this does apply on hits, I just feel that your auto attack speed is not really there. You're not going to benefit from it very much. Although Wit's End does give tenacity now, which is different. Can maybe get this. Plate. I'm dealing true damage because we got the grubs. Oh, I got scared that he was going to jump on me there, so I panicked. Now I don't have my ability forever. Ouch. We will never have mana issues again. I could probably start, I guess, spamming my ability a little bit more. I don't know if I can get stacks from these, but I know that they drop their little void grub stuff, and then... Yeah, it did give me a stack, actually. I just got 4 stacks there, so... With stacking champions, I don't know if that's going to get changed or whatever. I think they already changed it for Sion, so he barely gets any stacks from it. But it seems that it works on my champion, so... I just got 4 stacks for free. It's probably best to just keep on doing that over and over again. Don't even finish them because they deal a lot of damage, but I got 3 more stacks again, and I'm not missing any minions. Mid. Big hit. A little bit of poke damage on this guy. Hit this a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't apply Sheen on all the minions, so you're gonna have to prep some. It only applies it on the first target. It's annoying. Ooh, I hit him. Oh. Maybe dead here? I don't even know if I should have ulti or not. Oh my god, he died. I guess I'll pop Ghost, but I feel like I just died next combo, so it's a waste. I would normally just never pop it, but I thought in my head that there might be somebody that's like, why do you save your summons? Well, that's the reason. I knew I was probably dead. If I popped it earlier, I don't think it would have saved me either. Alistar had level 2 boots and I only have level 1. The slow isn't enough. My flap flap got cancelled. It did hit the Silas once, though. I'll go Lucidity this game. And then the next item will probably be Navori Quick Blades, which makes it so our abilities deal bonus damage based off of our crit chance. So we're just going to make it so we really benefit from our abilities already dealing bonus damage from crit, and then we're making it so the item also gives bonus damage from crit. And then when we attack somebody, it lowers the cooldown of our CDs except for our ult. So we'll have flat flat more often. Our Q is considered an auto attack. You can see the AoE now behind. And when you kill them, it counts. So when it kills the back one, that counts as 2 stacks. Just something to think about. You don't have to worry about only lasting it with the first part of the Q. You can let the bounce get the rest. Okay. This guy seems kind of far away. I don't really know how possible it is to catch this guy. Get a lot of stacks though from him, maybe. Yeah, never mind. He seems pretty gone. I'll just use my E to get back to the lane. The cooldown's kind of long, but we're pretty far away. We'll already be back up by the time we get there, almost. Personally, I think this champion probably doesn't turn online until you reach your 225 stacks, because that's when you get the Elder. So that's probably what you're going to be working towards every single game. Just do a good job at stacking until you get to 225, and then now you can do massive burns inside of team fights. I feel like LeBlanc could probably one-shot me. Massive amount of money there. Warwick's top right now, so Alistar might come mid, potentially. Ooh, the AoE splash damage against melee seems really frustrating to play against. My previous game was versus a Vex, and you really can't even poke her because mages just fight you back and you just lose. But because he's a melee character, we can kite him. And I think that is the only reason why this looks as strong as it does. Ow. Just poking. Your W has a slowdown at the very end, so I'm just trying to get stacks from this guy at this point. You gonna jump on me? My Q got canceled. The animation went off, but it didn't actually hit him, which was so strange to me. I got hit by one Silas chain. Because I got hit by it, I'm just dead. I don't really got a way out. I didn't buy for such a long time, too, so the item, like, difference between us is kind of minimal. I only had this component up on him, so that's why I got destroyed. Plus, AD carries and stuff, and mages don't build defensive tools like bruisers or anything, so if you do get caught out by somebody that does deal damage, you should theoretically just die. Although we are stacked up. I do think that from what I've noticed just from playing him, this is my second game, right? You probably want to get like 10 stacks a minute. That means you're doing pretty good. 10 stacks a minute probably eventually becomes way better later on as well. Like, it'll become easier to stack as the game progresses. But for the early game, you know, 17 minutes, we almost have 200 stacks. Not bad. I could maybe rotate down and try to help out with this fight. I could go over the terrain with Mom, maybe. Oh. You're gonna jump on me. I'm gonna use my Mom to heal myself. I still die anyways because I guess your damage is that insane. I mean, I did get hit by Jin like once, and that did enough. Oh, I'm expecting bigger burst damage, but I don't even have my next thing, so if anything, it's my fault. I got caught out. If I get hit by something, I guess I just die right now. Maybe I have enough damage, though, that I'm just going to build the null magic for a Hex Drinker. There's no other AD items that build out of this, right, that I really care about? Yeah, not really. The Wit's End is on hit damage. I guess this does hit... Oh, I don't even know if this applies on hits. It just says that it attacks, but I don't know if that actually considers... Wit's End something that'll work. Yeah, Mom is already back up. I should have used it earlier during that fight. It's kind of weird to use. Getting stacks from the small ones, I won't take the big one. Silas is bot. That is shoved out. I'm so close to my stacks, man. This probably gets him here. Oh, she got him. I'm pretty sure he would have died. All right, so now you see the burn effect. So it executes when they get below. Very powerful. The burn damage is always 6.5%, and it's over 3 seconds, and that will never change. Will always be that. But the execute is something you can get up to like 10% with a huge amount of stacks, because the stacks don't stop. They keep going, even though you fully are... you're not going to get like any stronger abilities. It will make so your magic damage is higher. But yeah. Also, you're going to shoot more of these little balls behind too. Like the little spread. That also increases. But it's based off of like 5% of your stacks or something. So... Or it's 1%, sorry. So how that works... Dang, dude, I would kill him there, I think. That's not gonna hit. I kind of want to test it because I've been playing so many team fights, I just want to see how it is. I've never used it to try to pick somebody. I could probably use it earlier because I get slowed in the center. Okay, only inside the center. So the outside edges will not get slowed at all. So the chase down is not really as good as I expected. I don't know if they can hear the noise. I feel like they should be able to, but I'm not completely sure. I have Hex Drinker, so I think I should be okay here to face check her. It won't really matter too much. She's probably dead to the burn, if anything. Oh. Yeah, she's dead. Nice pick on that guy. I have my Mon base. Oh my god, where'd that guy go? My teammate's dead. I guess I'll buy it. There's no way that they're gonna do Dragon. They might rotate on Kale because she's pretty far up. I do probably just want a team fight at this point. And I'm gonna build a crit because, once again, abilities... A lot of my abilities benefit from it, especially my Q, which is the main damage source. I'm looking at some of their builds. Armor. Yeah, we could maybe build a Last Whisper crit item, I guess. Just shove this out. I think that we beat the LeBlanc in a 1v1. The range on that is pretty far. We use it to check brushes, even though it gives no vision, because people will probably walk outside of it. Okay, well, I hit her with it. It doesn't really deal that much, so... I'm gonna go group. Dang, okay, it takes forever for it to drop. Holy crap, that was so delayed. Alright, so it's, I mean, let's think of it like an Ezreal ultimate speed or something. I feel like that's a pretty good baseline in the future. Maybe even a little bit slower than an Ezreal ultimate. It's good to think about, though. Do I deal tree damage to... Oh my god, I deal tree damage to objectives. 111 tree damage taking. That's pretty good, right? Oh. Yo. I'm so dead here. I have no way out. Did get a little bit of burning off on some of them, but... Because his E is on such a long cooldown, even with Navori, he doesn't feel like he has that much outplay potential compared to the champions like Kai'Sa, because E is like Kai'Sa. It's a very short movement speed burst, but Kai'Sa's cooldowns on her E get reduced whenever she auto-attacks, so she can like chain it together. Definitely doesn't feel the same. I mean, I definitely think you're more of a extreme case of you definitely need your teammates to peel for you. You need everybody around to really function. You're not a 1v9 champion. You're not Ezreal, Kai'Sa. Those are like the best examples, right? I feel like there's like maybe another one. I don't know about Neela or maybe even Callista, but Callista is only strong because her build path is really tanky normally, and she could still benefit very well from still killing you. ECD at max rank goes down to 10-second CD. And then, of course, whenever I auto-attack or use my Q, Navori does make it on a shorter cooldown. A little bit, because it removes remaining cooldown. My Mon's almost back up. I do think your wave clear is crazy if you're able to Q it, so I think that his stall potential might be insane inside of games where you need to wait, which is also one of like Kai'Sa's weaknesses, right? We have huge wave clear. You press Q on a wave and it full clears it. And it burns minions too, so if it's like Baron minions, that will be shredded pretty hard. So I'm gonna go buy my item. Do I want Grievous? More max HP than me? I'm really squishy. I have 2.3k HP. What? I have more HP than Silas. Okay, maybe I'm overestimating how... Okay, never mind. This item maybe was not the best purchase. But he has Trinity Force. It's because I'm level 16, maybe? I have no items that give me HP, by the way. None. None of my spells or my dragon practice gives me anything either. So... Q. 6 stacks. Oh, she got chunked. She didn't even pop my maw, so I'm kind of just chilling. We do have Legend Bloodline for lifesteal too, because your Q applies on hit, so as you can see, you actually heal for a pretty significant amount. Big AoE. I feel like they're probably just screwed unless they engage on us, so... I'll just use Mom right here. Ah, the burn. The burn almost killed her. I almost got a pentakill. One more Q probably would have killed everybody, but the Jhin was hitting me and my Q was still down, I believe. Like, I couldn't buffer it. I was so close, though. Bloodthirster gives crit, gives one of the highest AD in the game, so I think that would probably be the purchase. I mean, your AD ratio on your Q is just 100%. It's not, like, crazy. Your ultimate is pretty good. I mean, it does 1,000 damage inside the center, although it's super difficult to land it. And the Mom heal is super mediocre. If anything, it's just used to create a big zone of damage, right? I mean, you're going to deal 800 damage to, like, everybody. If you're fighting inside the jungle, just put it inside of a path. Axiom Arc Mom build. Dude, I just thought about that. You can go Collector for the crit. Go Axiom. Yeah, maybe the only way to function with lethality would be you build off of Axiom, so inside of teamfights, because your AoE is so big, you can benefit from that very well. Yeah, we kill each other, dude. You deal so much damage. Holy crap. It's so difficult to actually kill people, like, quickly. I guess I could have popped Mom, you know, before the fight started again. It's just so awkward using R. I don't think that there's many AD carries where you pop R before any other ability whatsoever that I can think of. Like, even Ezreal normally uses R as a finisher, I feel like. Unless you're using R over a wall or something. So we're at 370 stacks. When champions drop below 11% max HP right now, they're killed instantly, and I do 6 explosions. I don't really know, and then you can see the magic damage benefits from it, so it goes up. It's still pretty not insane, though. 218 magic damage on a Q. It's not really that crazy. It's not like it can crit, either. My Q can actually crit and benefit from Sheen. Or not that it does crit, but it benefits from the crit damage, I should say. Not that it can. Your team has slain it. I should have blocked that for you. Oh, he has KO ult, dude. Otherwise, he would have died. He KO ultied himself. The Jhin is such a problem. I need to only actually go for Jhin. I feel like none of the AP champions really matter at all. He really is the only issue on their entire team, so I'll try to just get past everybody, maybe with my Flap Flap, and get near him. Deals 76 plus 67 9 times. And that's a lot. It's pretty fast, too. $381 stacks. I feel like his overall power level, at least compared to like Aurelion Sol power level, doesn't feel the same if they were going for that. I don't know if they were or not. Aurelion Sol, when you're full build, and I am full build, with like a huge amount of stacks, feels like you're a god. And I feel like the main reason why I don't feel that way is the range of your Q, which is one of the biggest parts of your damage, is very short. So I think that's the biggest thing for like why I don't feel as good as Acel. With like an insane amount of stacks if we're comparing stack champions. I just realized you can have so many... Wait, you can have, like, almost a full stacking champion, like, Oh my god, I did so much damage there. Oh, the game's just over. I don't even need to use Mom, but I will anyways. This... Okay, this champion's gonna be a pentakill stealer because of the amount of, Yeah, you actually steal every kill with your stacks from your Q. The execute just always yoinks it, so this guy's going to be a pentakill monster. He's going to get so many pentas inside of a solo queue. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed one of my very first games. It was my second one, but one of my very first, right? It's super close. And yeah, pretty simple kit. I don't think that he's going to be like overly OP or anything. As you can see, I think that last fight, your burst damage, if you can catch somebody off guard like the Silas, does deal a lot. My Flap Flap did a significant amount when I was running him down. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like on the video, and I'll see all of you guys in the next commentary. Farewell. Bye.